On today's video, we're going to show you how to install paddle shifters on a G37 Coupe. First things first, make sure that you have your battery unplugged when you're doing this. Don't mess with no airbag stuff with the battery plugged in. There's these little circles that we're going to pop off that are hiding the T30 safety torques. That's what that looks like. So Nissan Infiniti, that's what you need to get the airbag out. So we'll go right here and you'll see a little opening. Just kind of slide that in like that. So cars that have the paddle shifter kit on it, it's a little harder to get to, but so you'll see it. I'm kind of lighting it up with my gun right there. Go like that, and I like to turn the wheel so that when it comes out, it doesn't fall in the plastic part. So that's what that looks like. Safety torques means it has that post in the center. It's not just a normal torques. So you can see right there. And this is a T30. So we'll go ahead and do the other side. So those two are out. Get the steering wheel straight again. And then pull the airbag out. Just put a little flathead under there. Twist it. And it'll walk out. Don't pull too hard right now, because you are going to have two airbag clips on here. Alright, so once you have the airbag out like this, get your pick. And you're going to see a little opening right here. Just get under there and kind of walk it forward. There's going to be two clicks, sorry. The first click is the black one releasing from the plug, and the second one is the plug actually coming out of the airbag. So get under there. There's one click, and there's the second click, and just like that, your airbag is out. Alright, so in order to get the steering wheel off, there's a ground right here, like that. You're going to pull the ground off, and then you're going to get your flathead. They don't really give you much room to work on these things, so that's why I use like picks and flatheads and all that. So go in here, press your plug, that slides out nicely. And the center nut for the steering wheel is a 19. You're going to want to use an impact for this, because if you use like a ratchet or whatever, you're just going to fight the steering wheel going like this. So go in here, hold the steering wheel steady with your one hand, and then with your impact, loosen it up. And I've seen a lot of people get destroyed by taking their steering wheel off. They'll be sitting in here and they'll hold it super tight and they're pushing against the ground, and then it finally comes off. Don't do that. The way that you do it is you grab it with your left hand right here, give it a little tap on the right side, and then that'll free it up and it'll walk right off, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to take off the paddle shifter kit. We're going to have to take off all these pieces. The lower shroud, this piece comes off, and the reason that all this comes off is because everything is stacked on top of each other. So we're going to start here. So get your hand under it. Don't pry like super hard right at first. Get it to loosen up, and then pull upwards with it. When you pull up, it releases it. And then that comes off like that. Normally, this is in two pieces, but somebody didn't put a pin back. So normally it comes off like this. So you do this piece first, and then this one. Alright, and to get the cowl off, the knee kick panel part, we're going to go under here, give it a little pry action, work our way up, and it'll walk out just like that. And getting to the hood latch release lever is two 10 mils So go like that. And once you unscrew it like that, this will free up. And then I like to unscrew the OBD2 port. There's that. 2 Phillips heads holding that on. And then once we do that, this is already broken. Somebody broke it, but pop this down like this. It's going to expose 2 Phillips heads. And then to get this off, you can see it's already pretty loose. Work on your bottom right side first, and then you're going to work on the bottom left side. Pull it straight out, and then drop it down. Just like that. And that's going to... The reason I unscrew the OBD2 port is because the plug that holds that in is kind of a pain to get to. Okay, so then we are going to unplug all this stuff. Okay, so pop that loose like that. And then this one is a big clip, so you're able to get it with your finger. You go to this side over here, and there's a hose that slides on there. And then there's a little tiny sensor right here. And slide that out. So the knee panel is removed. And then up here, we have a little metal plate that is held on with 4 10mm bolts. Remove those, slide it up, it releases itself. Alright, and then to get the plastics off of the steering column so you can get access to the paddle shifters, you're going to pop these guys off first. So pop that off. We'll pop this one off. There's going to be 2 Phillips heads in there. Move that one. Move that one. And on some years, they have one screw that goes up. So grab your Phillips head, the drill won't reach. So you're going to want to go like that. And to release this, you're going to want to work per side. So move your blinker up and press out on this, like this. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. You'll get it. Just don't be super aggressive with stuff. This pulls off one side of it. And then if you see right there, you have to get this off first because there's another Phillips head hiding right there. So go to that. We'll undo that one, and then we're going to go to this side right here. Put your windshield washer thing to the top as it can go. And then go right here. Push out with it again. That's going to free it up. Push this out like that, and it should just work right around there. Get to your other Phillips head. And then this bottom portion will drop. But this is also connected to the cowl up top. So you got to release it like that. All these, I'll show you when this is out, but all these plastics have little locating pins on them. So it helps you line everything up. Let me get this one out and I'll show you. So if you've got your steering wheel sitting like this, and you come over to right here, you're going to see all these tabs that go in. Do the bottom ones first. This is for install. Like, do the bottom ones first like that. That'll walk it in to location. And then for this top one, just lift it up and slide it in. and then it will all clip together like so. We'll do it with this side too. Same thing, work on the bottom first, slide it in like that. Once you feel it in there and you can see it in everywhere, just push forward with it and it'll lock it all in for you. That's kind of for like an install purpose for that. But we're going to continue getting the paddle shifters off right now. You got 4 10 mils and you have 2 Phillips heads holding these on. So we'll start with this. There's a 10 mil nut there. There's a 10 mil bolt back here. And then all Infinitis that are automatic have these plugs back here. Even if you don't have an S model, the only ones that I've seen that didn't come with these plugs is I believe it was a 2009 Coupe. It's very random, but some of them actually don't come with this. But like I have a 2009 sedan and I put paddle shifters in it, and these plugs were just hiding right here. So you look on this main loom that comes down from this is what adjusts where your steering wheel sits, and then this is for your blinkers. There's this little tiny plug right there. So that does the left side, and then on the right side over here you can see that there's another little tiny plug holding this paddle on. So to release that, push up on that. And we're gonna undo that. Let's see if I can do this blind. And just like that, that's how you remove that. When you're installing paddle shifter kits, there's going to be this little metal bracket that you're going to need. So let's get this off first. I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to unplug that. Then we're going to unplug the clock spring, the gray one first. If you try to do the yellow one, it won't let it because it's a lock style. And what I mean by that is when these are plugged in next to each other, this one, you can't get this yellow plug out until the gray one first, so that it can pass like that, and then you can get the yellow one out. So that's all free like that. We're gonna get up here, and the only 2 that you need to take off are these top 2. If you take these out, you can like chance your clock spring coming out. So just do this top one like this, like that, and then this will actually free this back part. So that comes out like that. And then when you're moving the clock spring out, there's 2 little tabs, one on each side. So there's one right there and there's one right here. It's unscrewed up top. So reach your fingers behind it, open it like that, and it'll slide right off. And make sure when you're swapping these out to keep this pin at the top, because that's what aligns all your stuff on your steering wheel. So make sure to keep that up top. And this is that plate that I was telling you about. The paddle shifters actually mount to this little plate right here. So this little plate is what you need to hold your paddle shifters there, because it sits like this. So it's just like that, and it supports everything. Like literally you can't hook up. I mean, I'm sure you could hang just this one right here. It wouldn't work. You need to have this plate in order to mount your paddle shifter kit. So there's that.